how to actually identify a belief you hold. That's when you write down a statement, a thought that carries a lot of emotional pull to it, like I feel like I should be doing more. Let's say you write that down. I feel like I should be doing more, and then you fill in more of what, fill in a blank. What do you feel like you should be doing more of? If you write that down and you say it aloud, or you just write it down, check for how much it resonates with you. Do you feel emotional pull when you write down that statement, when you say that statement aloud? If you do feel that emotional pull, if you do feel that, if you feel that sort of like, that those feelings attached to the words you read, you're more likely to actually hold that belief. If you write this down and you can just read it 50 times in a row and it like absolutely doesn't, nothing comes out of it, you probably don't hold that belief. And you might play around with the wording. That's the second point, is that if you write, I should be doing more exercise, and you're like, maybe you kind of feel something, but it's not 100%, you don't feel it 100% of the time, you just sort of might rewrite it. Instead of I feel like I should be doing more exercise, I feel like I should be eating healthier. They both kind of come to a point of I feel like I should be healthier, in terms of what you should actually be doing, but they have slightly different wording. So play around with wording if you're trying to figure out what belief you hold as we go through this, and sort of reword it if you need to, if it doesn't feel like it actually resonates, or you feel like you're close but you're not quite there. And if you don't have anything, you probably don't hold the belief. It probably doesn't operate in the background without your knowledge, because it probably doesn't happen. The weird thing is, you'll be like, God, I'm gonna read a fucking sentence and like feel myself and like how I feel about it, but like intuitively you get it. It's not something you have to think about conceptually. You'll look at this and you'll be like, I like this part of the sentence. The same way that you can walk into a music store and see, I like that album cover. Or in that you go to any art gallery and you like that one the most. Then someone asks you, why do you like it the most? And then you have to come up with an explanation of words on why you enjoy it. But initially you just sort of walked closer to it because you thought it was interesting. This is absolutely something to not so much think about, but trust intuitively whenever you're exercising and investigating yourself and the limiting beliefs or beliefs in general that may be operating within the mental capacity. The reason being is if you begin to think too much of it, you're actually investigating the mind and using the mind at the same time. So like you're using the mind to solve the mind's problems that it created. It sort of splits into two, where you got like the brain voice number one, where it's like, you should be doing more. And then you got brain voice number two, like, why do I believe that? It's investigating itself, but you can't improve a tool with the same tool that created it. So be mindful of that, or less thoughtful.